Topping the whole experience is the country's rich culture, a fascinating mix of native people, as well as colonial influences from Spain, that shows up in everything from the country's culinary creations to its vibrant musical and dance traditions. It's also a country rich in flora and fauna, as it is spread across climate zones that encompass everything from arid deserts to lush tropical rainforests. To ensure you plan the very best Mexican travel itinerary possible, check out our list of the best places to visit in Mexico. Number 10. Cozumel, Island Life. The island of Cozumel has pretty much everything needed for a perfect Mexican getaway. Located 20 kilometers from the Yucatan Peninsula, this lush tropical paradise takes its name from the ancient Mayan, Cozumel, which translated means land of the swallows, and has long been inhabited. And while the first visitors to the island were reputedly Mayan pilgrims, followed by European smugglers and pirates, modern-day travelers are drawn here by the promise of endless sunshine. The top beaches for these sun-seekers are Playa San Juan, Playa San Francisco, and Playa Santa Rosa, to name but a few. Many are attracted to Cozumel by the superlative diving experiences to be enjoyed around its coral reefs. These beautiful locations are rich with fish and other marine life, and it's relatively easy to include at least a little underwater activity by booking a diving experience through your resort, or ahead of your travel, or simply grabbing a pair of flippers and a mask when you get here. Number 9. The ancient fortress of Tulum. Famous as the only fortified Mayan settlement located on the coast, the ancient city of Tulum is one of the Yucatan Peninsula's most visited attractions. In the Mayan Riviera and within easy reach of the beaches of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Cozumel, the site's well-preserved ruins can be seen for miles around due to their location atop 12-meter-high cliffs overlooking the beautiful Caribbean Sea. Tulum is also famous for its tall walls, giving the site the feel of a fortress and suggesting a military, as well as religious significance. Dating from the 13th century, the town was inhabited up until the Spanish arrived in 1544 and contains many other important archaeological finds, including the Temple of the Frescoes, Templo de los Frescos, with its sculptures and reliefs, and the Castillo, the site's largest building, famous for its cliffside location. Number 8. Extapa and Zuwadanejo. While there's no denying the appeal of Mexico's larger beach resorts, there's much to be said for paying a visit to some of the country's many smaller vacation destinations. Two of the very best are the towns of Extapa and its neighbor, the much smaller former fishing village of Zuwadanejo on the country's Pacific coast. Although the larger of the two, the former coconut and mangrove producing town of Extapa has been carefully master planned as a tourist hub to good effect. Its streets and beaches are uncluttered and easy to get around. Be sure to book one of the best all-inclusive resorts in Extapa. The contrast to traditional beach resorts is even greater in beautiful Zuwadanejo, which has worked hard to keep its small-town feel. Still, the town offers a lengthy list of things to do. Lying along a small, well-protected bay, it's a delightful and safe town to explore, home to a number of fine hotels and restaurants. Fun activities include shopping in its fish market or, better still, taking a fishing excursion to catch something of your own. Number 7. Guanajuato. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to its many old colonial buildings, winding lanes, and narrow alleys, Guanajuato is a city that just begs to be explored on foot. A particularly pleasurable experience is visiting its many plazas, including the delightful Jardin de la Union, the city's main square with its splendid old architecture. It's here you'll find the beautiful old San Diego Church and the majestic Juarez Theater, along with fountains and flower beds, cafes, and restaurants. Afterwards, head underground to the city's subterranean streets, part of a network of tunnels that once carried a river, but are now used by cars and pedestrians wanting to get around the city quickly. Known as an art city, Guanajuato is home to many fine galleries, as well as interesting museums, none more so than the Museum of Quixote, dedicated to the works of Spanish writer Miguel de Cervantes. The city also hosts Latin America's most important festival in honor of the writer, the International Cervantino Festival. And if you've got the stomach for it, check out the city's famous Mummies of Guanajuato exhibit, with its many naturally mummified remains of locals who died during an outbreak of cholera in the mid-19th century. Number 6. Chichen Itza, the Mayan metropolis. A popular day trip for those visiting Cancun and Playa del Carmen, or the Yucatan capital of Mérida. The magnificent Mayan city of Chichen Itza is one of Mexico's most visited archaeological sites, as well as one of the biggest and best restored. Highlights of a visit to this UNESCO World Heritage Site are numerous. A must-see here is the massive El Castillo, also known as the Pyramid of Kukulkan, and at 30 meters high, the site's tallest structure. Another noteworthy point of interest here is the magnificent Caracol, an almost 1,000-year-old observatory that stands testament to just how advanced the Mayans were. The building is notable for the narrow slits in its walls allowing the sun to penetrate twice per year, so priests could accurately determine the date. Also of interest are the site's numerous statues, including many examples of the famous Mayan shakmals holding their sacrificial vessels as they continue to protect these old temples. Number 5. Mexico City's Historic Center. Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico, is not only the capital of the country and the seat of government, it is one of the country's most popular alternative travel destinations thanks to its many world-class museums, art galleries, and attractions. Don't be put off by its size. Instead, focus your efforts on the historic city center, Centro Histórico de la Ciudad, a 15-square-kilometer UNESCO World Heritage Site boasting more than 1,400 important colonial buildings from the 16th to the 19th centuries. It's here you'll find most of Mexico City's major attractions, many within walking distance of Constitution Square, Plaza de la Constitución, the city's bustling main plaza, including the National Palace, the Metropolitan Cathedral, and the Templo Mayor with its Aztec relics. Adding to the whole experience are the huge volcanic mountains overlooking the city, Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl, each over 5,000 meters tall and offering a perfect excuse to get out and explore the stunning scenery in this part of the Mexican highlands. Number 4. Copper Canyon, Mexico's Grand Canyon. Chihuahua, one of Mexico's most northerly states, it shares the border with New Mexico in the U.S., is home to one of the country's most visited natural attractions, the stunning Copper Canyon, Barranca del Cabra. Located in a region known as the Sierra Madre Occidental and consisting of a spectacular group of deep canyons, Copper Canyon is in fact larger and deeper than its better-known cousin, the Grand Canyon. Taking its name from the distinctive copper-green coloring along its steep canyon walls, these amazing natural structures were formed by 6 rivers that converge in the Rio Fuerte before draining into the Gulf of California. Thanks to the area's increased popularity as a travel destination, there are numerous options available to those wanting to explore this area of outstanding natural beauty, from scenic rail trips aboard the Ferrocarril Chihuahua al Pacifico to more adventurous excursions by bike or even on horseback. Number 3. Cabo San Lucas and the Los Cabos Corridor. At the southern tip of the beautiful Baja Peninsula, Los Cabos, often referred to simply as Cabo, is one of Mexico's top beach destinations. Consisting of a large stretch of coastline that extends from the towns of Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, and known as the Los Cabos Corridor, Corredor Turístico, this 30-kilometer stretch of pristine beaches attracts visitors the world over for its clear waters, diving, snorkeling, and fishing. It also hosts the world's largest marlin contest. Numerous resorts have sprung up that cater to all tastes and budgets, from luxurious spas to golf-centered properties offering some of the best courses in North America. For the most part, however, Los Cabos most appeals to big-budget travelers. It is one of the luxury capitals of Mexico. In addition to spending time on the beaches and exploring Cabo San Lucas, one of the most popular activities is swimming and snorkeling around the famous natural landmark El Arco de Cabo San Lucas, a huge archway carved out of the coastline where the Sea of Cortez meets the Pacific. Number 2. Puerto Vallarta. Another of Mexico's increasingly popular beach destinations is the Pacific coastal city of Puerto Vallarta. Often shortened to just Vallarta, the city first appeared on the vacation radar in the 1960s as a playground for North America's social elite, and has since become extremely popular among foreigners looking for second homes in a sunny, warmer climate. Many parts of it remain untouched by modern development. Nowadays, thanks to the many things to do in Puerto Vallarta, the city is as likely to attract an older cruise ship audience looking to swim with the dolphins as it is younger travelers looking for adventure, found here in activities as diverse as paragliding and jet skiing. Number 1, Cancun and the Mayan Riviera. Lying along a beautiful stretch of coastline on the Gulf of Mexico are the resort destinations of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, the island of Cozumel, and beyond. Collectively, these are known as the Riviera Maya. This magnificent area along the eastern edge of the Yucatan Peninsula attracts some 5 million visitors each year, in the process generating huge tourist revenues. Despite these numbers, you're unlikely to feel like a part of a crowd due to the Riviera's wide beaches, endless crystal-clear water, and plethora of best all-inclusive resorts. The area also boasts numerous fun things to do, such as dolphin and stingray swims, snorkeling among reefs and tropical fish, as well as scuba diving in the world's largest underwater museum, a spectacular collection of sculptures submerged at depths of up to 8 meters. The video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave like it and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot for us to continue bringing this type of content here. Until the next video.